Are you ready to dive into the dangerous and secretive world of drug lords? Today, we reveal the top 10 active drug lords that law enforcement agencies around the globe are desperately hunting down. In this gripping countdown, we'll take you on a heart-pounding journey through the shadows of international crime. From the elusive leader of the infamous Sinaloa cartel to the Irish smuggler leaving chaos in his wake, meet the most wanted criminals on the run. Stay tuned till the end, and you'll understand why these drug lords remain among the most wanted individuals on the planet. Unraveling their tales sheds light on the relentless fight against organized crime and the global battle to dismantle their nefarious networks. So let's begin. Number 10. Enedina Arellano Felix, a key player in the Tijuana cartel. Once a major force in the drug world, now trying to hold its ground in Baja California. Back in the day, it was part of the Guadalajara cartel, but like some of its rivals, it branched off in the late 1980s, becoming a separate entity. Enedina stepped up to the plate in 2008, taking the reins after her brothers were either caught or killed. She's no ordinary boss lady. Known as La Jefa and La Madrina, she was born into a family of narcos, and this whole illicit gig has been her life story. Despite the cartel's decline, Enedina's still keeping the family trade alive, pulling the strings behind the scenes. And guess what? She's got the law on her tail, with a 25-year sentence for non-violent drug trafficking. But that hasn't stopped her from evading capture and remaining a fugitive. Number 9. Christy Kinahan, also known as the Dapper Don, is an Irish drug smuggler who's got the whole world chasing after him. From the DEA to the Irish police, everyone's got their sights set on this elusive figure. And guess what? The United States Department of State is so eager to catch him that they're offering a whopping $5 million reward. Born and bred in Dublin, Kinahan's got a rap sheet longer than the River Liffey. Sure, he's into drug smuggling, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. This guy's no stranger to the thrill of fixing horse races, dabbling in money laundering, and yes, even 6 counts of murder. He's the talk of the town, and not in a good way. But the real nail-biter was when his operation hit the headlines in February 2016. A bloody showdown at Dublin's Regency Hotel saw 6 hitmen from a rival gang taking out Kinahan's associate, David Byrne. Number 8. Eduardo Almanza Morales, also known as El Gorri II, a key player in the Mexican cartel Los Zetas. The name itself is intriguing, derived from the tactical radio call sign used by commanders in the Mexican army. But here's the twist: Los Zetas is no ordinary gang. It started as a bunch of army deserters working as mercenaries for the Gulf cartel. Then they broke off on their own in 2010, creating a whole new organization. Eduardo's journey is just as riveting. He went from being a corporal in the Mexican military to becoming a lieutenant in Los Zetas. Talk about making a career switch. But that's not all. Rumors have it that he was involved in a shootout back in 2009. But the authorities can't confirm if he's alive or not. Here's the real juicy part. A 15 million Mexican pesos reward is on the table for whoever can track him down. Number 7. Yulan Adonai Archaga Carias, a name that's been making waves on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list since November 3, 2021. This guy is no small-time crook. He's suspected of heading up the notorious international gang MS-13 straight out of Honduras. MS-13 is no ordinary gang. They're globe-trotting criminals, leaving a trail of violence wherever they go. Prestige, reputation, they've got it all. And they're not afraid to use it to control the territory and its people. And get this, they're not just causing mayhem in Honduras. They started their reign of terror in Los Angeles. And now they've got a global membership that might hit a jaw-dropping 70,000. These guys don't play by the rules. From racketeering to money laundering and drug trafficking, they're involved in every shady business you can think of. Number 6. Guillermo Alejandro. Back in December 2017, the Colombian cartel Mesa family's founder, Juan Carlos Mesa, got nabbed, and things started to shift. Enter Guillermo Alejandro, a name that's been making waves ever since. Here's where it gets wild. Alejandro and the Mesa family are up to some seriously sneaky business. They're smuggling illegal drugs all the way to Europe. But wait for it, inside live exotic animals. Can you believe it? It's like a bizarre mix of Narcos and a wildlife documentary. And you won't believe the name they've given Guillermo Alejandro, El Bestiality Bandito. Quite the title, right? Number 5. The Chapitos. The Chapitos are the trusted sons of none other than the infamous Joaquin Guzman, aka El Chapo. When El Chapo was captured for the third time in 2016, the Chapitos wasted no time taking charge of parts of the notorious Sinaloa cartel. This fearsome quartet includes Ovidio Guzman Lopez, Joaquin Guzman Lopez, Ivan Archivaldo Salazar, and Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar, aka El Raton. These guys mean business, and they're all set to run the show. Back in October 2019, Ovidio was nabbed, and guess what? It sparked the infamous Battle of Culiacan. The Sinaloa cartel went head-to-head with the Mexican army, even threatening the families of servicemen. The intimidation tactics worked, and Ovidio was freed, only to be arrested again in January 2023, setting off yet another explosive wave of violence. With the Chapitos at the helm, the Sinaloa cartel's in for a wild ride. Number 4. Maxile Barahona Nadales, known as El Contador, is the head honcho of the notorious Los Zetas cartel. Relatively new on the scene, having broken away from the Gulf cartel in 2010. But their reputation for ruthless violence, including beheadings, is enough to send shivers down your spine. They're like a whirlwind of terror, involved in everything from extortion to kidnapping, gun running, and of course, drug trafficking. But here's the twist. Nadales is quite the enigma. Not much is known about him except for one intriguing detail. Like many others in the cartel, he was once a member of the Mexican Special Forces. Talk about an unexpected career path, right? A hefty reward awaits anyone who can spill the beans and lead authorities to his capture. Number 3. Juan Pablo Ledesma. Meet the head honcho of the Juarez cartel, Juan Pablo Ledesma. They've been in the game since 1970, taking on their rivals, the infamous Sinaloa cartel, in a battle for supremacy in Mexico. They're masters at importing drugs right into the United States, thanks to their strategic location on the US-Mexican border. It's a dangerous time, and they're playing it well. Their signature move? Brutal displays meant to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies and the people of Mexico. La Linea, the armed enforcer faction of the cartel, knows how to send a message. Speaking of rivals, Ledesma once had an intense beef with none other than El Chapo himself. Rumor has it that Ledesma was the mastermind behind the execution of El Chapo's brother, El Pollo. Number 2. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, is one of the brains behind the fearsome Jalisco New Generation cartel. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill cartel. They've earned a reputation for their savage and brutal approach to dealing with rivals and security forces alike. El Mencho's currently the most wanted man in all of Mexico. The law is hot on his trail, and the stakes are high. In fact, American authorities are going all in, offering a jaw-dropping $10 million reward for any information that can lead to his arrest. Number 1. Ismael Mario Zambada Garcia. The elusive mastermind of the drug world, better known as El Mayo, is the head honcho of the infamous Sinaloa cartel. They've been playing the game for so long that even back in 2009, Mexico published a list of their 37 most wanted drug lords. And guess who's still standing? That's right, Zambada has never been captured or arrested. But here's where it gets really intriguing. Rumors have been swirling about Zambada's health, with reports suggesting that he's been struggling. And to add more drama to the mix, it seems like he's slowly losing his grip on power to none other than El Chapo's sons, the Chapitos. But don't be fooled. Zambada might be facing some challenges, but he's still a wanted man. With a whopping $15 million reward on his head, the hunt for El Mayo is hotter than ever. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this captivating, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe for more thrilling content. Until next time, take care.